sweet soul, and welcome back to Brit's Bedtime Stories. If you enjoy cozy Reiki-infused sleep journeys, chakra healing, nervous system regulation, emotional healing, somatic regulation and relaxation, and immersive bedtime stories designed for deep rest and comfort, I'd love for you to subscribe, like, comment, and share this space with other sweet souls who may need softness tonight. This channel is a healing sanctuary for overthinkers, dreamers, seekers, exhausted minds, sensitive souls, and weary nervous systems longing for peace, clarity, and sleep. Tonight's Reiki-infused sleep story is designed to support the third eye chakra, the energetic center often associated with intuition, imagination, wisdom, insight, perception, dreams, inner knowing, and the ability to trust yourself more deeply. As this journey unfolds, I'll be gently directing Reiki healing intention throughout the experience. Some people experience Reiki as warmth, some as tingling, some as emotional release. Some simply notice themselves slowly relaxing, and some simply fall asleep. There is no right way to receive tonight. This story also incorporates calming visualization, somatic grounding, guided imagery, breath awareness, nervous system regulation, and neuroplasticity-based relaxation techniques to help the body soften out of survival mode and reconnect with inner stillness and rest. So settle comfortably beneath your blankets now, or however you feel most comfortable. Allow the muscles around your eyes to soften. Relax your forehead. Release your jaw. And take one slow, easy breath in and out. Tonight, you do not need to solve your life. You do not need answers. You do not need certainty. You only need rest. Far beyond the noise of earth, beyond endless questions, overthinking, uncertainty, self-doubt, mental exhaustion, and restless searching. There exists a place hidden between galaxies, a sanctuary known only by souls who have spent too long trying to figure everything out. The observatory beyond time, suspended peacefully within an endless sea of stars. The observatory drifts between vast, spiraling galaxies, illuminated by violet nebulae and rivers of shimmering starlight. Above you float enormous rings of glowing constellations, rotating silently throughout the cosmos. Planets drift slowly through the darkness like luminous pearls. Ancient crystal pathways stretch endlessly between celestial towers built from amethyst and moonstone. Everything here feels vast, peaceful, wise, and strangely familiar. As you step onto the glowing crystal pathway, your breathing begins slowing naturally. The endless stars above you seem to stretch on forever, and with every step, the concerns of Earth begin feeling slightly farther away. The nervous system often responds positively to spaciousness. Open environments, expansive imagery, and visual distance can help create psychological distance from repetitive thoughts and emotional overwhelm. And tonight, your mind is being invited into spaciousness. The pathway leads you toward a magnificent observatory suspended above a sea of stars. Its domed ceiling glows with moving constellations. Massive telescopes crafted from violet crystal rotate slowly toward distant galaxies. Floating celestial maps drift through the air like living works of art. Silver blue rivers flow gently beneath transparent crystal floors. The entire sanctuary hums softly, not with sound exactly, more with stillness. Many people spend years searching for certainty, searching for answers, searching for reassurance, searching for signs that everything will be okay. But constant searching can exhaust the nervous system. When the mind believes every problem must be solved immediately, the body remains alert, vigilant, restless, and tonight, your body is practicing something different, not knowing and still being safe. Warm violet Reiki energy begins flowing gently now around your forehead, temples, scalp, eyes, and brow. Soft, cooling, comforting. The third eye chakra is often associated symbolically with intuition, perception, wisdom, imagination, insight, dreams, inner knowing, and the ability to see clearly without becoming trapped in fear. And tonight, sweet soul, the intention is not to predict, not to control, not to solve, only to create space. As you move deeper into the observatory, you discover an enormous circular chamber open to the stars. At its center rests a vast pool of liquid starlight. The surface reflects not your appearance, but your thoughts. At first, the water moves rapidly. Images appear. Questions, memories, worries, plans, what ifs, old conversations, future possibilities, the endless movement of a busy, busy mind. And as you watch, you realize how exhausting it has been carrying all of it. A luminous figure appears quietly beside the pool. Their robes shimmer with violet and silver light. Their presence feels profoundly calm, not distant, not superior, only peaceful. The kind of peace that cannot be forced. The kind that arrives when searching finally ends. The figure sits beside the pool and gestures for you to do the same. You settle comfortably beside the glowing water. The stars above move slowly overhead. Galaxies spin silently through the darkness. And Little by little, the surface of the pool begins calming. The luminous figure finally speaks. You were never meant to carry every possibility. The water softens. You were never meant to solve every future. The stars continue turning overhead, and you were never meant to think your way into peace. Something inside your mind relaxes slightly. The figure places a hand above the pool. Immediately, countless glowing symbols begin rising from the water. Dreams, ideas, memories, questions, possibilities. Yet, instead of demanding attention, they simply drift upward and dissolve gently into starlight. No urgency, no pressure, no panic. Meditation often works not by stopping thoughts, but by changing our relationship to them. Thoughts continue appearing, but we stop chasing every single one. We stop wrestling every question. We stop treating every uncertainty as danger. And tonight, your nervous system is practicing that very skill. The figure smiles softly. Notice how the thoughts come. More glowing symbols rise from the pool. And notice how they go. The symbols drift away. You do not need to follow every one. Warm violet Reiki energy continues flowing through your temples and forehead. The muscles around your eyes soften. Your breathing slows. The space between thoughts grows larger. The nervous system often begins relaxing when attention moves away from problem solving and toward observation. And tonight, you are becoming the observer. The observatory begins drifting slowly through the cosmos. Galaxies pass silently around you. Entire constellations unfold overhead like luminous gardens blooming among the stars. The vastness feels comforting. not overwhelming, because suddenly your problems no longer seem like the entire universe. They are simply part of it. Ahead, enormous celestial mirrors float through the darkness, but these mirrors do not show your appearance. Instead, they show moments of wisdom you have already lived. Times you survived uncertainty. Times you adapted. Times you found answers eventually. Times you trusted yourself and were right. Times you kept going despite fear. And as you watch, you realize something important. You have been wiser than you give yourself credit for. The luminous figure begins to speak again. Your intuition was never absent. The mirrors glow softly. It was simply buried beneath noise. The stars shimmer overhead, and wisdom often arrives after stillness. For a long while, you simply sit beside the pool, watching galaxies drift, watching thoughts come and go, watching stars move across eternity. Nothing demands your attention. Nothing requires a solution. Nothing needs fixing tonight. And perhaps that is the healing. The figure rises slowly. The observatory continues floating peacefully between worlds. And with one final gentle smile, they offer a final truth. The answers you need do not require suffering. Warm violet light pulses softly through your forehead. The future does not need your fear. The stars glow brightly above, and peace was never hiding from you. A long pause. You were simply looking everywhere except here. Your breathing slows further now. Your body grows heavier beneath the blankets. Your forehead softens. Your thoughts drift farther apart. The nervous system often begins healing not through certainty, but through safety. And tonight, your body practiced safety. The observatory continues, drifting silently through endless galaxies. The pool of starlight glows softly beside you. The stars keep turning. The questions keep dissolving. And your mind grows quieter, quieter, quieter still. Now, there is nothing left to figure out tonight. Nothing left to search for. Nothing left to solve. Only stillness. Only stars. Only rest. And now, sweet soul, I'm going to hush you gently into sleep. Shh. That's it. That's it. There you go. There you go. You are safe here. The observatory drifts peacefully among the stars. The galaxies continue turning softly overhead. The violet light surrounds your mind with gentle calm. No more searching tonight, sweet soul. No more chasing answers. No more carrying every possibility. Only stillness now. Only spaciousness. Only rest and healing. Your forehead softens. Your thoughts grow quieter. Your body grows heavier beneath those comfy blankets. And as you continue listening tonight, simply allow yourself to receive the gentle Reiki intention woven through this journey. You do not need all the answers tonight. You do not need certainty. You do not need to figure everything out. There you go. You are doing so perfectly well. And I'm so very proud of you. Sleep now, sweet soul. The stars will keep watch. The observatory will hold the questions for a while. And you finally can rest. Sweet dreams.